In today's lecture, we are going to see RLC series circuit for a given condition XL is less than XC or a VL is less than VC. Okay, so in the last lecture, we have studied the same circuit, RLC series circuit, but for the different condition, and that condition was XL is greater than XC and VL is greater than VC. So in this lecture, we are going to study the same circuit for the given condition XL is less than XC or a inductive reactance XL which is less than the capacitive reactance XC, or we can say that VL, that is the voltage across inductor VL, is less than voltage across capacitor VC. So VL is less than VC. So you can see RLC series circuit. So it has a three components: resistor R, inductor L, and capacitor C. So all these three components are connected in series. That's why it is called as the RLC series circuit. Okay. So one supply voltage is connected across them, which is V is equal to Vm sine of omega t. So due to the supply voltage connected across RLC series circuit, there is a flow of instantaneous current which is I. Okay. So you can see instantaneous current flowing through the RLC series circuit. Okay. So due to the flowing of current I through the resistor R, there is a voltage drop across it which is the VR. Due to the flow of current I through the inductor L, there is a voltage drop across inductor which is the VL. There is a flow of current I which is through the capacitor C. So voltage drop across capacitor C which is the VC. So due to the flowing of same current, that is I, through resistor R, L and C, we get the three voltage drop across R, L and C, which are VR, VL and VC. Okay. So as we know the Ohm's law, I is equal to V upon R, we can say that V is equal to I into R. So with this equation we can determine voltages across R, L and C, that is VR, VL and VC, as VR is equal to I into R, VL is equal to I into XL, where XL is the inductive reactance. And what is the inductive reactance? It is the opposition offered by inductor to flow of alternating current. Okay. So VL is equal to I into XL and VC is equal to I into XC, where XC is equal to, or XC is equal to 1 upon 2 pi FC, or XC is the capacitive reactance. And what is capacitive reactance? It is the opposition offered by capacitor to flow of alternating current. Okay. Next we are going to see how to draw the phasor diagram for supply voltage V and supply current I. So before drawing resultant phasor diagram for supply voltage V and supply current I, first we have to draw the individual phasor diagrams for resistor, inductor and capacitor. So on the left hand side there are three phasor diagrams which are for resistor, inductor and capacitor, and on the right hand side, or and the rightmost is the phasor diagram for voltage and current. Okay. So let us understand the first phasor diagram, which is for resistor, or which is for the current flows through the resistor, which is I, and voltage across resistor, which is the VR. Okay. So you can see in the phasor diagram both phasors, that is I and VR, both are drawn on the reference axis. Why? Because there is a 0 degree phase shift between voltage across resistor and current flows through the resistor. That's why I and VR, both the phasors are drawn on the reference axis. So let us understand the second phasor diagram, which is for the inductor. So you can say that you can see in the phasor diagram that current I is drawn on the reference axis because current flows through the resistor, inductor and capacitor is common. Okay. That's why current phasor is drawn on the reference axis for all the phasor diagrams. Okay. So we are understanding the phasor diagram for the inductor. So current phasor diagram is drawn on the reference axis. Okay. And you can see the voltage phasor VL is drawn on the y-axis because the current flows through the inductor lags voltage by 90 degree. So current is lagging and voltage is leading. That's why current is drawn on the reference axis and voltage is drawn on the y-axis. So third phasor diagram you can see. So current is drawn on the reference axis, same as previous two phasor diagrams, because current is common in all the components. and VC is drawn on the negative y-axis. Why negative y-axis? Because VC lags current by 90 degree. That is the property of capacitor. In capacitor, current leading voltage or voltage lagging current by 90 degree. So VC is drawn on the negative y-axis. So if you merge all these three phasors together, we get the resultant phasor diagram. So in the resultant phasor diagram, you can see on the reference axis there is a VR or voltage across resistor, there is a current which is common in all the components, and on the negative y-axis there is a VC minus VL. Why VC minus VL? Because VC is larger than VL. Okay, so as you can see in the given statement, or which is given in the criteria that VL is less than VC. Okay, so voltage VL is less than VC, or VC is greater than VL. So VL is drawn on the positive y-axis and VC is drawn on the negative y-axis, and VC is larger, then the resultant subtraction we can get on the negative y-axis. So on the negative y-axis we can say VC minus VL. Okay, so we can draw the resultant phasor, okay, V. Okay, so we get the voltage triangle as VC minus VL and VR. So this is the voltage triangle as well as the phasor diagram for supply voltage V and supply current I. So you can see in the phasor diagram, supply voltage V lags current I by theta degree. Okay, or supply current I leads voltage V by theta degree. That is the phasor diagram. So voltage and current equation, voltage and current waveform. So as given in the phasor diagram that voltage lags current by theta degree. So you can see in the voltage and current waveforms that current is leading voltage by theta degree. Current is leading and voltage is lagging. So current is leading by theta degree. Okay, then the voltage and current equation. Voltage equation is already given in the first sentence, V is equal to Vm sin of 2 pi ft. And as you can see in the phasor diagram for supply voltage and supply current, that is the last phasor, voltage is lagging than current. So, or a current is, you can say current is leading to the voltage. So voltage equation, V is equal to Vm sin of 2 pi ft, then I is equal to Im sin of 2 pi ft plus theta. Why plus theta? Because the current is leading voltage by theta degree. Then impedance and impedance triangle. So impedance in a rectangular form is Z is equal to R plus J XL minus XC. Okay, that is the standard equation. And in polar form, Z is equal to mod of Z at the angle of theta, or a Z is equal to under root of R square plus XL minus XC and, square at the angle of tan inverse of XL minus XC upon R degree ohm. So from first phasor diagram, or from the resultant phasor diagram, okay, which is shown rightmost, so we can see there is a voltage triangle which has the three sides, VR, VC minus VL and V. So same voltage triangle is drawn here. So how to get the impedance triangle from it? So divide each side of that voltage triangle by current I. By dividing each side of this voltage triangle by I, we get the RZ XC minus XL, which is the impedance triangle. If we divide VR upon I, we get the R. If we divide V upon I, we get the Z. And if we divide VC minus VL upon I, we get the XC minus XL. So we get the impedance triangle from the voltage triangle by dividing each side of voltage triangle by I. Active power in RLC series circuit. As we know that the active power is nothing but the power consumed by load, and here load is the RLC series circuit. And how to get that active power? By equation P is equal to VI cos of theta, where V is the supply voltage, I is the supply current, and cos theta is the cosine angle between voltage and current. Energy in RLC series circuit. Simply multiplying power into time, we get the energy. So in this circuit, we have studied how to draw the RLC series circuit, how to get the equations VR, VL and VC, how to draw the individual phasor diagrams for R, L and C, how to get that resultant phasor diagram from the merging of all these three together, then how to draw the waveforms, how to get the voltage and current equation, how to get the impedance and impedance triangle, and power and energy in RLC series circuit for the given condition XL is less than XC and VL is less than VC. Okay, we are going to stop here.